Today I'm going to show you how to make a levels of organization foldable for organisms. So it's going to look like this. And when you unfold it, it shows you the top level of organization for us as individual organisms, multicellular complex organisms. And then below that level is an organ system. And below that is organs. And below that are tissues. And below that are cells, the fundamental unit of organization for all living things. That's why these other ones have asterisks, because not all living things have tissues, but every living thing has at least cells. And below cells, cells are made of cell parts and organelles. And then organelles or cell parts are made of molecules. And of course, molecules are then made of atoms. And so I'm going to show you how to make this foldable. You're going to start with a 8.5/11 sheet of paper with the printout on it that looks like this. And your first step is actually going to just be to cut along this line, starting from here, where it gets really narrow by the mitochondria, the cell part. You're going to cut all the way down to the other side. And you don't even have to separate it. You can actually fold it over and fold it over if you want, to make sure that this line right here matches up with this edge, like so. And then you can glue it. Making sure that the edge of the paper lines up with that dashed line. And then once you have that, you have the list of levels, and you can choose a color for each level. If you want to lay it out like this, you can, or just have it out and just color it. So I'd color individual organism red, and then orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, brown, and then black is what I chose for my colors. And then once you've done that, you're going to flip it over. And what I did was actually choose the second color on second level. So at the level organ system, I'm going to color that first. So I'm going to color the organ system within the individual organism. So I did orange, like this. And then I'm going to go to the next thing within the organ system. The next thing within this organ system is the organ. And so I did that yellow, and so I colored that yellow. And then within that organ, I'm going to color in the tissues. The next color is green. And then the next color that I'm going to color is blue for an individual cell. And then the next color I'm going to color is purple for the cell part. And then the next color that I'm going to color is brown for the molecules. And then the next one is on the other side. And so in these molecules, I'm just going to color individual atom black. And then at the bottom, I'm going to draw a few black dots to represent individual atoms. Okay, so once I'm done that, I can then go back and I can color the level up. So for the level up from the organ system is red for the whole organism, for complex organisms. So I'd color that red. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And then I just go down in the order. I'd color the outside of this orange. So what you can see is how each level is part of a level above it or below it. And I finish out the colors, and I'd make sure that the colors match with that. And then once I'm done, all it is a matter of folding. So there's a little dotted line underneath atoms. And so I'm going to fold on that dotted line. And then I'm going to fold it up. There's another dotted line. And then it's just going to keep going. It's going to roll and fold very neatly and tightly, so that when I get to the end, it should work out. You might adjust it a little bit so that feet don't get cut off on that. And that is the foldable.